I got two intern things. Let me do this one first. This is the best letter I ever got. This is a guy applying for an internship here, and we don't really turn down anyone. I could think of like maybe 3 people who were so weird we didn't want them working for free.
Yeah, you literally have to have things, you know, falling out of you to be turned down.
Like you've had to have been up on rape charges like twice at least. Like once we wouldn't even overlook it, you know, and twice.
Because everybody deserves a second chance.
Right. All right, but listen to this. Guy wants to be an intern, fall 2005. Hardworking, you know, sweet, sensitive, blah, 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 blah. He says, I am also hopeful that by my hard work and dedication, I would have the chance to meet many of the TV personalities that appear on your show, including and especially Natalie Portman. And if she likes me, she will eventually become my friend. I appreciate your consideration of my application for employment in the Howard Stern Show.
Which one is he? Point him out to me.
And I hope that I'll be working with Howard and the rest of his staff for fall 2005. Please also let me know if there's anything else I need to do to make my application complete. No, you've pretty much completed it.
Yeah.
We get the idea.
Is this your official way of telling him no?
Yeah, it's a no, my friend. I won't mention your name. I don't want to destroy your chances at other internships.
But not here. We don't. We're full.
Right.
Signed, Anakin Skywalker.
Thank you.
Then, I'm hardworking, sweet, and sensitive.
I bet you are.
I'm generally liked by others. I hope to make many friends if I'm able to get the chance to work for the Howard Stern Show, and very hopeful of meeting Natalie Portman, and hopefully she'll become my friend.
Uh-oh. Alert Natalie's people.
Yeah, that's what we ought to do.
By the way, we're so inefficient around here. Just apply again and leave that sentence out, and we'll probably hire you.
Taken, yeah. We're about as good as the government at this.
Yeah. We have no security standards. Like, I'll hand this to Gary and go, Gary, I want you to put this on file.
Yeah.
This guy ever
put this on a list.
This guy ever comes down here, you alert the media. You alert the police. You alert somebody. All I know is the guy will be hired. He'll send another letter without the Natalie Portman comments, and he'll get hired.
Yeah, we'll be 6 months in when we figure out he's the same guy.
All right, this is from our intern, Max, who's here today. He had a weird incident. He, I should just read this.
What?
This is just funny. He was walking, you know, our interns, some of them work in the city, of course, with us and hang out and, you know, all that stuff. And some of them even have apartments and things for the summer. Oh, here he is. How you doing, bro? This is a great story. You think I should just read it, or should you tell it?
Whatever you want to do.
I'll read it.
I'll tell it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, how old are you, by the way?
19.
Yeah, he looks like he's 15, right?
Yeah, he looks young.
Right.
Yeah,
that plays into this. What school are you going to?
Syracuse.
You want to meet Natalie Portman?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, she's on.
You want to meet her? Okay.
Sure. Think you'll become her friend? Yeah.
All right. I was walking Tuesday afternoon in the city, right? Mm-hmm. When a middle-aged Indian man approached me and commented on the beautiful day.
Yes.
I was wearing a basketball jersey, and he mentioned how he thought I had a great body and asked if I wore light clothing often. See, I would have been out the door already.
Yeah.
You know, some guy says to me, do you always wear light clothing? But okay. What did he have do you always wear light clothing?
Yeah, kind of. It was mixed with that and like a British accent because he said he was from London.
Yeah.
So it was a little weird.
It's a little boat. Yeah.
A few of my friends blew themselves up 2 weeks ago in London. I'm very lonely. All right, so he walks up to you.
All my buddies blew.
They were married. All right, so he asked me if I'd ever been involved in modeling. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So he asked me if I wore light clothing often. I told him it's been humid lately, not thinking much of it. He asked me if I'd ever been involved in modeling, and I told him I just did a fashion show for my high school. He told me he works at a clothing line. I won't give the name, although I should.
By the way, I searched on the internet. I couldn't find anything.
There's no such clothing line.
Yeah. Gee, what a shock. I work for the clothing line. Personal clothing. What? Personal clothing. All right. He asked if I would be ever interested in modeling, and I said, of course. He asked how hairy my chest and pubes were.
Good Lord, you're still talking to this guy.
And if I would ever feel uncomfortable modeling in my underwear. Didn't you get a little suspicious then when he asked about your pubes?
A little bit. I thought it was an odd question, but I didn't really understand the whole.
You really want to be a model, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? When you're like a college kid and you don't have money, you just want to pray.
You'll listen to anything.
You'll listen to any proposal. I used to listen to Amway guys. That's how bad it got for me. I got out of college. I'm walking around the city, and cars would pull over. I must have looked like such a mark, like you.
Yeah, but an Amway guy never asked about your pubes.
These guys were like,
lucky.
Guy would pull up, 3 guys in a car, and they'd pull up to me. Whole Manhattan. Streets are teeming with people. They pull up to me. Would you be interested in the plan? I go, what plan? They go, learning the plan. I must have just looked like a wandering ass, you know? And
you look like them. They knew the look.
Because why don't you come to a meeting tonight?
Sounds like Tom Cruise's Scientology stuff.
Yeah, that was Amway, though. All right. He said he would send me some of his company's clothing to entice me more into modeling, in which he proceeded to take down my shoe size, waist size, underwear size, and phone number.
Wow.
I still didn't think much of it. I was in a rush to deliver Jason his lunch, so I told him I had to go.
What an odd task you were doing.
No wonder you wanted to model so bad. You're getting Jason his lunch. And that must be a big lunch for that big boy. What does he eat for lunch?
I walked down the street and got him sushi.
Sushi.
I had to put down my hand truck.
Sushi ain't. He must eat the entire ocean. What?
Give me an entire tuna.
Yeah.
And a flounder.
All right. It didn't occur to me until afterwards that this guy was a little sketchy. He asked if he could meet with me later to talk about the possibility of modeling. So I told him to meet me at the corner at 5:30.
Wow. Making another date.
I started to get nervous that maybe he wanted to rape me.
Yes. Bingo.
It didn't occur to me until I got back to into the studio where I was talking to Jason and Kelly about it, and they were saying, like, the guy wants your bar, you know?
Yeah, dude. I met with him. So, anyway, I decided that I would call the police only after I got him to say exactly what he wanted to do. All right. Great. I met him at 5:30. We sat down at a coffee shop. He gave me a pair of shoes to try on and commented more on how attracted he was to me. He then said he would have to try me out by having me model for him first. And then if I got lucky enough, his company would hire me. I asked him exactly what he wanted me to do, and he replied by saying he wanted me to stand naked while he released himself.
Oh!
I need to release myself.
I need to try you out.
That's basically, actually, he said that exact thing. He said, I need to try you out, and if you catch a break, you can model for the company.
Oh,
in
my
return for my services, he told me he would give me money and gifts. He told me what hotel he was staying at, and he invited me to come along. He said he has done this in the past with guys my age. I asked him how old he thought I was, and I told him I was 16. Of course, you're 19, but... Right. He apologized many times for fooling me into a modeling bit when all he wanted is to release himself and for me to be naked.
Oh, so he dropped the whole modeling thing.
Yeah, he said, like, oh, I'm terribly sorry, you know, I didn't know.
Terribly sorry?
Look.
I didn't know you really wanted to be a model.
Let me level with you. I'm not a huge executive in the fashion world.
So I should have just walked away right away because it was odd. He didn't have a business card.
Right.
He showed me this like catalog. He flipped through it real fast and put it away.
My business card is my penis. Yeah. He quickly scampered off, but not before I asked him for the paper he wrote my sizes and number on, which I ripped up. I called the police and gave them a description of him, the direction he was walking in the hotel he was staying at. Yeah, that must have been an interesting call.
They had a good laugh.
Yeah. Officer, there's a homosexual on the loose here in town.
You're looking for a gay Indian.
Officer, I want to report a gay Indian.
It's not really illegal to try to pick you up.
What'd you say to the cop?
Well, I felt kind of bad afterwards because I'm 19, so maybe he thought I was 18, so maybe I just ruined his day, and maybe he just likes guys and didn't really want to touch a child.
But you were doing undercover work for the police.
Right, I felt that. I said, I don't want to be involved. I just want to report this guy staying at this hotel and go get him or whatever.
I like you doing undercover work. Hello, officer?
Go get him.
I feel like I did a good deed for...
Officers, go get him.
Officer, I'm working undercover. Oh, who do you work for? Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
He's surely going to approach some other young boys.
My name is Max. There's a guy who wants me to be naked in his room. I believe he's gay.
He kept touching me the whole time, like touching my arms and stuff like that. Yeah. Saying I have like a really nice body, and he's attracted to me.
Oh, you are quite a looker.
Oh, you want to see if you're attracted to him.
You're hot.
Well, at least you know you can always get a date.
With an Indian guy that, yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if, like, you were going to just get a modeling fee just to stand there in underwear and get your picture taken? It would have been...
That's what I thought it was at first, and then I kind of smartened up a little bit.
Yeah, you took a long time to smarten up.
Yeah,
because
that was your second date already.
Yeah, you were desperate.
We almost had a relationship going.
You're more desperate than the chicks on Hooking Up. Oh, please make me a model, please. Please don't be some gay guy who wants to just pleasure himself to me.
I thought it was cool at first, and then I thought about it, and I said, you know...
Very cool.
Yes.
I realize I'm too short to model. I realize, you know...
You're not too short to model for me.
You're the perfect height.
You look like a very young man.
No, if it came down to it, I could have kicked his ass. I mean, I wasn't, you know, scared that he would, like, throw me in an alley or something like that. I can protect
Dude, he could get you up to his room and pull a John Wayne Gacy and drug you.
No, I wouldn't have put myself in that position with him.
Drink
The
some
other
water.
guys with John Wayne Gacy didn't think they were in any position either.
And now they're under his porch.
That is Jeffrey Dahmer had that move.
Oh, yeah.
I need your shoe size for shoes.
Oh, my God.
No, and then the funny thing was, we were sitting down at this cafe, and he gave me this...
sauce.
He gave me this pair of shoes, and the shoes were humongous on me. And he says, you know, you can have them. I said, they're just too big on me. He goes, no, it's a perfect size. Look where your toe is. My toe is like halfway up the shoe.
Did he want to see your feet?
Well, I had sandals on, so he just had my foot like up on the table.
You have nice feet.
You'd fit good in my 600-gallon drum.
I need to see your rectum.
Yes.
What? Rectum.
How big are your balls?
How big are your balls?
How big are your balls?
Wow. You're not new to the city, are you?
No, we're not.
Where'd you grow up, bro?
Connecticut.
Oh, man.
I was on this show last year, actually.
Where, Connecticut, Iowa?
No, Connecticut.
Connecticut/Kansas?
I'm used to the place.
You look like a model. How big are your pubes?
He asked me how often I shaved them and stuff.
Did he know the word pubes?
Yeah, he said pubes. How's your pubes?
How are your pubes? I'm a big executive. I need to know.
Yes.
I said they're doing good, thanks.
How is your wang?
Wang.
How big are your pubes?
Wang.
So what'd you tell him? Like, you shave your pubes?
Yeah, I said I shaved my pubes.
You did?
If they get too long, I cut them.
Oh, you're killing me.
How often do you have to shave?
Stop teasing.
I've got to pleasure myself.
You bitch. Oh. Did you, and what do you do with your chest hair? Do you shave that?
I don't really have chest hair.
Perfect.
Turning me on, you little D's.
Here, put these shoes on.
Yes, right there in the
You know,
Starfleet
you were
uniform.
supposed to put those shoes on so you couldn't run away.
You look good in those enormous clown shoes.
You know, John Wayne Gacy, he used to dress up like a clown. You're going to dress up like a clown.
Could you put this red nose on?
He told me he wanted me to specialize in their underwear department.
Oh, yes, he did.
If I wore tighty-whities or boxers.
Listen, young man, I've been in this business for 42 years. You look good in the underwear department. Believe me, you can't do tuxedos. You're too short.
I'd like to get in your underwear department.
Do you shave your pubes? What's with your pubes? What's the name of your underwear label? BV Deviant. Wow.
It was wild.
Yeah.
You live, you learn, you know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Let's say you knew the guy was legitimate, and all he wanted to give you $5,000 for you to stand there in your underwear while he pleasured himself. Would you do it?
Not
Legitimate. You mean he really had a modeling job?
No modeling job. He legitimately just wanted to pleasure himself, but he wasn't going to kill you or anything. He legitimately just wants you to stand there in your underwear while he pleasures himself.
Yeah, you don't have to touch him or anything.
For 5 Gs.
I feel like a prostitute. I don't know if I want to do that.
No, you're young.
I feel terrible.
2 more years you'll be doing that. Wait till you get out of
I don't
college.
know, if it was really poor and it came down to it and I needed it to eat, yeah, I would, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd lower my self-esteem like that and it'd be terrible. No.
No, don't look at Artie when you say that. He's done that.
I mean, look, 5 Gs is 5 Gs.
Yeah. You're good. I like the arch in your back. I specialize in boy ass.
Oh.
Hello. This is NAMBLA.
Did he sound like
North
this?
American Men Boy Love Association.
Well,
that with an English accent. That was the guy.
So, did you speak to the cops?
No, I called 911, and the first lady said...
911.
So I called. She said, this isn't in an emergency. You have to call 311. So I called 311. Didn't really get anybody there. I called 911 again. Then I talked to somebody, and I gave them a description and stuff, and they said they'll send a cop out.
Listen, officer, I have an emergency. There's a gay guy running around in Manhattan. So, Sir, listen, this is a 311 call for gay guys running around in Manhattan.
Yes, that's no emergency. They've been doing that for a long time.
Look for Gandhi as a pedophile.
Then I like he called back.
I called 311. They told me they're not interested. I told you there's a gay guy running around in Manhattan. Oh, my.
Look, he's going to get away if you people keep making me call back.
Wait right there. We'll be right there to find the gay man in Manhattan. You say he's an Indian, huh? A gay Indian. Sir, maybe you've heard we're under attack by Al-Qaeda. You know?
There's a gay man running around looking for dates.
I want to pretend you're the World Trade Center and fly into you.
Excuse me, 911, there's a gay man out there who's asking me, he wants to see me in my underwear. What should I do?
I think you should do it.
Because he asked me all these questions about how I worked out, and it was really disgusting.
You say there's a gay man asking you in your underwear? What do you look like? Excuse me, I'm calling to report a crime. Well, that's no crime. I need to know what you look like. What you look like in your underwear.
It sounds like you spent an awful lot of time with this guy.
That was like 5 minutes you know, when I was getting his lunch, and another 5 minutes afterwards in the cafe, and I just left.
It sounds like you were teasing him.
Yeah.
No, he ran away once he realized I wasn't down with his little plan.
So then the cops just said, please don't waste our time?
No, they said, you know, we'll go, we'll send
they were
out,
just
go look for
appeasing him.
No, the first one was like, what are you doing? Like, this is not an emergency.
But what's the crime? I mean, all he did was say, first of all, you're 19.
I didn't want to, right, but I do look a lot younger. I thought they maybe thought I was underage, and I didn't want, you know, him to go after somebody else like that again, you know?
No. Undercover Max.
Undercover Max.
Well, he doesn't force anything on you.
I know, he didn't, but, you know, it was like a trick. It was like a modeling gimmick. It wasn't legit.
A gimmick.
Sir, police, there's a fake modeling agency. I need you to get down there.
There's an Indian guy running a modeling scam on boys.
Hold on a second. There's 2 people being shot, sir. Could you mind if I put you on hold?
There's a guy with a machete hacking at a statue here.
So should I not have called the police then? And I did feel bad afterwards. Maybe he wasn't a bad guy after all.
What is that?
This is the funniest thing I ever heard.
He's a bad guy.
First of all, this kid's a CT.
Right.
I mean, it's obviously a scam. I mean, unless you're complete rube from Iowa, how could you fall for this? and I would love to hear him on the phone with the police.
Oh, man. You know what? 911 has to have a copy of
They
that.
should have that on tape.
Did you call 911 or just the police?
No, 911.
911.
Dude,
Then,
how is that an emergency? Do you realize you know what 911 is for?
They
Well,
said,
I called.
They said to him, call 311. He called 311, whatever that is. And
That's where every other call goes.
311 didn't want to hear from him. He called 911 back again.
Dude, wait. What did you say exactly?
I said, listen, I was walking down the street getting lunch, and this guy, I said an Indian man courted me.
Wait a second.
There's a gay man courting me.
I'm courting you.
I love you.
Yeah, and they said we're going to have to throw out half the city.
911 should have locked you up.
Yeah.
Not him.
She kind of laughed at me at first.
Wait, the cop goes, wait, let me understand this. There's a gay man loose in New York. No.
And you're busy telling them how you shave and trying on shoes. Dude.
Yeah, the guy goes, what is about your pubes? And he goes, well, I shave them. Oh, and your chest hairs.
Do you wear white clothing? I mean, that should have been your tip-off. A guy interested in modeling doesn't care if you wear white clothing.
I'll need some general information. Height, weight. Do you wash your ass?
Do you know what the guy goes, well, do you wear light clothing? And he goes, well, yes, I do. It's quite humid out.
The guy first approached me. I thought I was just having a conversation. He was a nice guy, whatever.
You better be careful. You're
you're too vulnerable.
Like, if someone doesn't immediately run away, if you're that guy, you figure,
there's an interest.
I got John Voight and Midnight Cowboy.
Right. Are you a tight bottom?
You seem very tight. Imagine what a compliment. No man has ever asked me to stand in my underwear.
I would have went right in for the kill. Like, as soon as you answered, isn't it hot out here, I would have went, let's F.
I think you had the wrong idea. I went back the second time because I wanted to call the cops if, in fact, this is what he wanted to do with me. I didn't want to just let him walk away.
Right.
But dude, that's not illegal. It's called trying to hook up.
I mean, yeah, so, every girl you talk to should call the cops?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I should use the same pickup line as this guy, then.
All right.
Modeling agency.
Well, listen, go back there and do whatever it is you do for me.
All right.
I'm sure you do it well. Thank you, Max.
All right, thanks.
All right. There is Max, our intern. Who,
Go back there and keep driving me crazy.
Modeling Max. Max the model.
Yeah.
Yes, that's his name now.
Modeling Max. Hello. Hello. What about your pubes?
We want to sign you to an exclusive contract.
Jerry.
I want to blow you up.
I'm wondering if you would like to commit suicide.
After I finish with you, you will.
Jerry, you're on the air. No Jerry. All right. All right.
Could you stand there naked while I strap a bomb to myself?
I'm going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do news for you.
What? Could you take your blouse off?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Très joli.
What's the matter? You're acting like some dumb school kid all of a sudden. I thought you were a professional.
I am.
Well, then what's the problem?
I can't.
Wasting valuable time. I'm calling 911.
That's better. That's lovely. Oh, yeah.
I've got to bring Jason his lunch.
Yeah, could you arch your back? Arch your back a little, Coco. It's très joli, Coco. It's très joli. Oh, smile for me, Coco. Come on, Coco. Smile, smile. Smile for me, yeah. Now take your thumb and put it in your mouth.
Like a baby.
Little schoolgirl.
Oh. That's one of our ex-female interns auditioning for a big film with Morton Scorsese. Not Martin, Morton.
That's Irene Cara.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back right after this.
The Howard Stern Show.
Listening.